I feel so bad for Selena's friend, Francia, the girl who gave her a kidney. Like, imagine you gave Selena a kidney.
Give me back my kidney.
I gave my kidney to her. But I wasn't educated on kidney surgery. When I found out I was a match, it wasn't the way I expected. One day, I got a phone call from Selena, a FaceTime, and she's like, "For a match!" And I'm like, yay! What? How do you know this?
Selena Gomez snubbed her friend who gave her a kidney. She didn't even invite her to her wedding. What? The story is complicated. Francia, Riza, and Selena were friends. When Selena needed a kidney, she rang on Francia's door and said, "Can you see if you're a match?" Well, Francia was a match, and the weird thing about it is that the doctors told Selena before they told Francia, and Selena and the doctors called Francia to break the news to her. "Hey, you're a match, you have to give me your kidney." Francia has said in previous interviews that she felt like she had no choice. She had to give Selena a freaking kidney. Cut to Selena gets married. She doesn't invite Francia. They haven't spoken in nearly 6 years. A media outlet does an interview with Francia to ask her about the rumors that they're mad at each other. And in Spanish, Francia gives the interview and she says, look, basically she's come to terms with being an organ donor, that she is happy and grateful for her life, and she was happy that she was able to save somebody else's life. And she gave a very PR friendly interview and she's like, it's just how it goes. You don't give an organ and expect anything in return. And the other thing is, you can't offer someone money in exchange for a kidney. So that definitely didn't happen. And the thing is, if you're Selena, she's obviously so grateful that she has this kidney, but what does she have to do to repay her? There's really nothing you can do, and I'm sure she has profusely thanked her in the past. I do feel like Francia felt like she had no choice and HIPAA rules were violated. On Selena's part, I don't know how she could repay this girl back, but if you're no longer friends, you're no longer friends.
The recipient is going to glow, and she's going to recover a lot faster than the donor is because she's receiving something she needs. You're losing something you don't need to lose.
Now, this is part 2 about that kidney, because when Franisa's dad sat down for an interview, you'll be shocked to hear what he had to say. Now, the Daily Loud is reporting that Selena Gomez and her kidney donor, Franisa, are reportedly not friends anymore because Selena drank alcohol. I had to do some digging because I was trying to figure out where this article came from. And it originates from Premier Impacto, and I think I'm saying that correctly, which is a television show on Univision. Now, Franisa's father sat down with this cast of women and discussed the relationship between his daughter and Selena Gomez. Now, Franisa's father sat down with that interview and stated up here above that their relationship had parted ways because allegedly Selena Gomez had been drinking just soon after her transplant. And according to her father, Franisa said she didn't give her a kidney so she could go out and drink. Now, according to her father in that sit-down interview, that it was really no secret, so he was kind of shocked that most people didn't understand why the two girls had fallen out. Now, of course, we had to make our way to the comments. Someone tweeted here and said, why she act like she gave her a liver? In defense of Selena, somebody had tweeted this and said, people who had kidney transplants can drink limited amounts of alcohol. Francia doesn't have the right over Selena's organs after donation. And even others were drinking alcohol. Selena used to drink water in a wine glass. Another person said Selena Gomez's kidney is more famous than Francisca's whole life. Another person had tweeted this and said, basically this entire post was to make it look like Francia was being shady, when in actuality, it was her father who made these statements. But again, he only assumed that everybody knew this. But I want to hear from y'all. What do you think is the real reason their friendship broke up?
The woman who donated a kidney to Selena Gomez to save her life was not invited to her wedding, and the internet has been expressing their anger all week that Francia wasn't invited after risking her life. But do you know their very complicated history and the real story as to why? Here's everything you need to know about these two. Tragically, Selena Gomez was diagnosed with lupus in 2015, which is a life-threatening autoimmune disorder and a huge reason that I will always have immense respect for Selena Gomez. And her condition was worsening a lot faster than she thought it would. By 2017, she was just weeks away from dialysis and she could barely walk. Her best friend for years and her roommate at the time in their huge house, Francia Raisa, saw how much her best friend was struggling right in front of her eyes, and she decided to see if she was a kidney match. But Francia said the way she found out was not what she expected because Selena got Francia's test results before she did. Was there a HIPAA violation?
When I found out I was a match, it wasn't the way I expected. One day, I got a phone call from Selena, a FaceTime, and she's like, for a match! And I'm like, yay! What? What? How do you know this?
Francia maybe thought there was extra pressure to go through with it, but always remained on the fact that she was gonna do it anyway. And because Selena's situation was so emergency, Francia had to do everything she could to prepare and get all her blood work done just one day before the surgery and write a will in case she didn't wake up.
With our situation, because we were kind of an emergency situation, I did everything in like a day. Yeah, I did. I had to write a will, which is scary, because there's no guarantee you'll wake up.
Just 1 year after the surgery in 2018, there was massive rumors that apparently Selena wasn't taking care of herself with this new kidney that she has and apparently drinking too much, which you're not supposed to do if you suffer from lupus. She even made some pretty incriminating TikToks about it that did not make her look good.
CDC defines heavy drinking as 15 or more drinks a week for men and 8 or more drinks per week for women.
I'm actually only drinking 1 day a week. Yeah. And then like Friday and Saturday. So like 3 days a week.
Her response to people hating on her for those TikToks was, "It was a joke, ass." And Francia decided to actually unfollow her just 1 year after the surgery.
So Selena Gomez is being dragged every which way on Twitter right now, and y'all already know, of course it has to do with the damn kidney. So let's get into what's going on. So everybody knows that Selena Gomez and Benny got married, a little bit over a week ago, and their wedding was super, super private. Now, of course, over the last few days, more and more photos have come out of her at the wedding, and Selena herself posted a video that Taylor Swift recorded at her wedding, and this is the video.
You even serious? What? Look at her. Oh my god.
Now immediately people were very quick to point out that at the beginning of the video, Selena Gomez is holding what looks like a jewel. Now if you didn't see it in the original video, it's right there and you can see she's quick to cover it up. And the jewel isn't even the biggest issue. A lot of people just don't understand why Francia, the actress who gave Selena Gomez her kidney, wasn't at the wedding. A lot of fans are speculating whether she was even invited at all, some saying that she was never invited, and other people are saying that she was invited but she chose not to go. And if you're wondering, like, why is this such a big deal? Why do people care so much? It's because ever since the transplant, they've had such a rocky friendship, if you can even call it that. And ever since, there's been shade coming from both sides. Because in 2017, Francia does this selfless act for Selena, in which she even says in an interview shortly thereafter that her donor's rights were even violated. Yikes. Yeah, I'd be too. I'd be upset too. Couldn't be me, because if it was me, I would have come for that doctor's license and all his kids' college funds. Telling Selena that Francia was a match before Francia even consented to donating, not only does that violate HIPAA, but it also violates, it goes against the ethics of transplant medicine. The donor should always be able to make that decision to donate without any external pressures. Now, think about the kind of external pressure that you're gonna get when your best friend is now super excited that you guys are a match, but not only that, your best friend also just so happens to be one of the most famous people on earth, and now they're expecting you to save their life. Then in 2022, Selena Gomez would go on to state publicly that she never fit in with a ton of celebrities and that her only friend in the industry really was just Taylor Swift. This prompted Francia to comment interesting, which you can see down below, and it also prompted Francia to unfollow Selena. After someone covered this on TikTok and shared the drama with their followers, Selena Gomez, I guess, came across the video and actually commented, "Sorry I didn't mention every person I know." And throughout the years, Selena Gomez has posted photos of her drinking, and even in photos like this, it's very clear that she's covering up her vape with emojis. Now, Francia did make a statement just today. She said, "I'm grateful that I could do that for her." She said, "From the beginning, the doctor told me it's a donation. If you're gonna donate $1 to St. Jude, you're not gonna call St. Jude and be like, 'What are you doing with my dollar?'" Which I do understand the analogy, but also a kidney is, I would say, a little bit more valuable than $1. Donating her kidney to Selena meant that Francia, if she ever had kids, could not donate to her kids. She can't donate to siblings. She can't donate to her spouse. She can't donate to her parents. All for Selena to later on refer to Francia as the girl who gave me her kidney in an interview.
I actually got the date of when I got my kidney transplant, and I did that with the girl that gave me.
Oh, that's lovely.
Anyway, I would love to know your thoughts. Do you feel that Selena Gomez doesn't really owe Francia anything because at the end of the day, it was a donation? Or do you feel that not having Francia at the wedding and referring to Francia as the girl who gave me her kidney and saying that Taylor Swift is your only friend in the industry is a little shady to someone who saved your life?
Okay, can I just say an unpopular opinion? And some people might get booty tickled for this, but you know what? Tickle away, babe. Selena Gomez no longer owes Francia anything else in her life. Granted, yes, Francia did donate a kidney, but at the end of the day, Selena Gomez has dedicated more than enough to her. And the fact that Francia is making it her whole personality, come on, babe, like, you did it at the end of the day out of the gracious of your heart. Why are you expecting more? She dedicated awards to you. She's done multiple podcasts and spoken on stage multiple times thanking her. And Francia is still talking about it. Make it make sense.
Internet is going wild over this Selena Gomez take. Girl did not invite the lady who gifted her a kidney to save her life to her wedding. I gifted you my organ to save your life. As a matter of fact, the whole story behind how she found out that she was like Selena found out she was a compatible match to present day is insane. I don't know. I love Selena Gomez, but this was not a good look. Not for her, not for the whole situation. And I mean, there was some questions around her friend's reaction online. And I mean, I would understand if, I gave you something that saved your life, but you were being a little bit willy-nilly when it came to living your life. But at the same time, I understand wherein even if you were to gift me or donate your liver or your heart to me, it doesn't give you a license to control me for the rest of my life. So I understand that part. At the same time, friendships can be strange, and I would really love to see them both patch things up. So let me know your thoughts. Should Selena have invited Francia to her wedding, or did she make the right move? I don't know. Comment below, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you more. Ciao. Give me back my kidney.